From the beginning, the director has been guiding the overall vision and aesthetic for the play. With the start of rehearsals, their role now expands to working with actors and guiding on-stage movements. The director has a lot of things to think about, but directing can also be a lot of fun.
Directing is my absolute favorite thing. I can talk about scenic design, props design, and I love design. I really do love it. I really got turned on to that though because of directing.
I think the thing I like most about directing is the conversations I have with actors, because it's really encouraging and exciting to hear someone get so involved with their character and wonder so much about their character and have questions about their character that you can help them explore. You're not necessarily answering the questions. I don't think that the director has all the answers. The director doesn't have all the answers, the dramaturg doesn't have all the answers, the playwright doesn't have all the answers. So that's why it's fun to work with actors as they try to find those answers, because sometimes they have to create the answers themselves. As a director, I don't think you're handing the answers to an actor. I think you're helping them explore the ways that they find or create those answers.
Some directors have everything planned out, and I am not that way. And I think with this show specifically, just because I have at least 3 different hats that I have, I'm actually relying a lot on the actors to have ideas or make their own decisions.
And she's obviously got a lot on her plate with this show because she's costumer, playwright, and director. Or she knows what she wants aesthetically. At times she can be wanting something very specific and she'll still tweak a moment. And at other times, I think she's a very hands-off, like let the actor build themselves up.
We created the play words-wise, and we had a very specific idea of what things would look like. And now we're seeing that come to life, and that's really awesome to see actors do kind of exactly what you were expecting and also something that you totally weren't expecting. And sometimes being able to guide that or branch that or be like, wow, that's a totally different interpretation or a totally different thing than what I was expecting, but I love it and I want to explore that more.
I've worked with other directors that they have the whole show blocked. Like they have done it months previous and they know exactly, person A is going to cross here and they're going to do that. And that just feels really prescriptive to me. And I think an actor likes to be able to know that they've got a little bit more freedom than that.
I love kind of the think tank idea where actors throw their ideas into the center and then we kind of morph those together and we try to come up with stuff together. What if they did this? What if these 2 people fight? What if this person's standing on the shoulders of this person? I really enjoy doing that. Sometimes that's very frustrating, but when you come up with something really cool, that's about as rewarding as it gets.
So I had Benji for my first 2 major Bethany stage productions. And I really enjoyed Benji's style in that he has his vision. He casts in such a way that he knows the actors are able to devise those roles and their own personal abilities and thoughts on the character are what is going to bring it to life. And so then he'll shape it once the actors build it up.
Some of my favorite stuff to do in the world is actor coaching. When you get actors who are dedicated, who have passion and a caliber of excellence, there is nothing more fun than creating scenes that are funny or that move people or that just keep the pace going.
I really prefer small group or individual work. I think that's where I do really well. So there have been moments where Emily will kind of be working with a larger group and blocking a main scene, and then I'll kind of bring a smaller group maybe into the black box and we'll work something more personally or more individually. You remember what you're supposed to be doing physically, what your motions are supposed to be, if you know why your character is thinking that, what they're thinking at the time that's causing them to do that. I have found that really helps me understand a character, and I think it really helps the actors understand their character. We have the whole ensemble on stage, so then it's fun to take your focus away from the main actors for a little bit and kind of look at what everyone else is doing around them and see, okay, is this cohesive? Is this supporting the main goal? Is this distracting from the main goal?
Because it was fun in the beginning and then it was not as fun. And now it's getting more fun, but also more stressful. Thankfully now we've figured it all out and now we're just fine-tuning it and finding times to really solidify these movements and this little scene and this relationship and whatnot. And here on out, it's more difficult, but it's also more fun because some of that figuring out is done, and now it gets to play. Now we get to really act and get into it, as opposed to kind of the mechanics of where should you come in? How about up there? Or no, that looks weird. We'll fix that later. We'll come back to it and fix it or something. So it's starting to feel fun.
theater is a little magical. When shows are actually happening, there's something really cool about just being on the stage. I am the kind of director, and even I was the kind of actor, I love watching from the wings. I still do. When I direct a show, sometimes I sit out in the audience, but I would say most of the time, I'm watching from the wings. I'm going up into the catwalks. I'm watching the show from above the actors. I just love all facets of it. And there's magic that happens when a show is going on. I remember thinking as an actor, as a student, man, I want to direct. I want to be a part of this for a long time. I got ideas of what would be cool if actors did this. Suddenly now, I'm in the seat where I can have people try that stuff. And that's just all kinds of fun. Performing at a college is different than performing professionally. First of all, you're not dealing with unions. There's a lot of union stipulations in professional theater. I'm burning the midnight oil here at Bethany Lutheran College because I want to. Bethany Lutheran College has a mission statement. It's a Christ-centered department, and so Jesus Christ is at the center of everything that we do here. That's going to be different than some other college even. That's going to be different than the community theater down the road, and that's going to be different than a professional theater company. But every place has their mission statement. But one of the biggest interesting things that's different about doing college theater, at least for me, is that I'm a teacher first. I'm teaching these kids how to do the craft of theater. And that means that I never really go away. You know, I might be done directing the show. I might pass the show off to a stage manager, but I'm still around then. I'm still here to answer questions if there are questions, and I am still around the actors to bolster them up, to cheer them on, kind of become cheerleader at that point. I'm a teacher first. I'm trying to teach this cool craft to students, and so I am present through the whole process.